What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so I'm going to be moving on to the last uniform of the update here, and that is going to be America Chavez uniform. So here we have her classic look, which is not too much different than her current look that we had in here for the Ultimates look. Let's see what this uniform is going to do for her. So we have changed the effects of actually pretty much everything there. Her leadership, tier 2 passive, and her 4-star passive. And then she's going to get a 15% increase to HP, decrease the damage received from reflect effects by 50%, and that's for all attacks. So I don't think, does she have energy attacks as well? I guess she must if it says all effects instead of that, because that applies to just self. Yeah. All right. Interesting. So let's see what we got here. So tier 2 passive gives her super armor, all defense by 50%, decrease physical damage received by 60%. Okay, that's a lot better. Don't remember what it was before, but I think it was only 30%, so 60 is really good. Increase skill damage by 30%, bonus damage by 25%. 4-star passive, we have crit rate increased by 25%, ignore target's dodge rate by 30%, and I do like when characters have built-in ignore dodge, so that's really nice. 30% is not the best. It could definitely be more, but still 30% is 30%. And then we've got stun on the first skill, stun on the second skill, third skill. This has ignore targeting. It never had that before, did it? It's on the third skill? I don't remember that. Okay, maybe she could be used in PvP then. All right, so she got stun, incapacitation. She's got damage immunity for 4 seconds. The fourth skill, we have all defense down, stacks up to minus 50%. It ignores immunity. She gets a 20% heal, and then she gets a 50% all attack increase. Okay, maybe that'll do something. And then the fifth skill we have, 3 seconds stun, 40% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, and invincibility. And then we have invincibility for 3 seconds. And increase all attack by 40%, all speed by 10%, and crit rates by 30%. That's a pretty nice buff. I mean, she's got 50% there and 40% there, so maybe that'll make her hit hard enough. I don't know, but let's hop into the skill preview and see what these skills actually look like here. All right, so first skill is exactly the same, which is probably going to be the theme for all of our skills, just like Quasar. That's the same vibe that I'm getting from America Chavez here. So second skill, I mean, same thing. It's still like, what, like 3 hits? Okay, no, it's 13 hits because we have the little bumps from the ground knocking them around a little bit there. Third skill. Is that what our previous third skill was? They changed that a little bit. That looks a little bit different. Again, 8 hits. I don't think it's going to be doing much in PvP. So this is the one that ignores targeting. I mean, it will stun them. So, okay, maybe you can stun them and then move into another skill after that. I don't know. Fourth skill, what do we got? Yep, fourth skill is exactly the same as well. And fifth skill, exactly the same as well. Yeah, so it looks like the third skill is the only one that changed. She still just doesn't have enough hits. They need to put more hits on her skills because she's just not going to be doing enough damage with this. Because I used to play her quite a bit in Shadowland, and she just doesn't do enough damage because she doesn't do enough hits to actually stack up any of the damage. And that's pretty much going to be the same thing that's going on with this uniform here. When they don't change the skills around on these old characters that just aren't very good in the game in general, when they just add a uniform on top of that just to try to bump up their stats a little bit, they're still not going to be usable. Just that bump in stats isn't enough for these characters. They need to have some skill animation changes. They need to have more hits. They need to have more effects. She doesn't have any accumulation. She does have a ton of all attack, but that's not going to really do it. She does have some all defense down, but again, she doesn't have enough hits on her skills to take advantage of that. She can't really combine any of her skills together. None of them are cancelable to kind of get extra effects like dot damage, any AoE stuff going on from that. It's not like I can have any more, you know, stuff like she's not going to be flying through the stars there. If I cancel the skill, boom, it just goes out of that skill animation. So yeah, I'm not impressed with this uniform. I was hoping that it was going to be good because I wanted to play both Quasar and America Chavez, but their skill animations, like literally outside of one skill, hasn't changed. They did one skill animation change, and look at this skill animation change. 8 hits. Ooh, wow. So, I don't know. Because I've done this with a few uniforms in the past, and I just really don't like it. They need to do more when they put out these uniforms like this for the old characters, because it's, you know, it hurts, or it feels more like a slap in the face when they, you know, finally give a uniforms for some of these older characters that maybe people have been wanting to play, or just been hoping to have them buffed a little bit to make them a little bit more usable. And then they release this and you're like, wait, is there any changes? I don't see anything. You'll be clicking through the skills and be like, I don't see any changes. And then you use them in War Boss Ultimate, you bring them into Shadowland, and sure, they'll be doing a little bit more damage, but not nearly enough of a damage boost from what they should get from a uniform. Because, you know, we've had uniforms that change characters from doing like 2 bars of damage in War Boss Ultimate to almost one-shotting the boss. So, you know, they need better reworks. I don't know if I'm the only one that's feeling that way for this particular update with these uniforms, because most, if not all of these uniforms, I feel like they just didn't change enough with the uniforms for their skills to actually make them viable. Because Captain Marvel, she was already strong with her previous uniform, so not changing skills on that, sure, she's still going to be strong because she's going to be at the same power level she was at before. But America Chavez and Quasar, they weren't very strong to start off with, so not changing their skills is, you know, going to have the effect that you think. It's not going to make them much better. And then we got Blue Marvel. I've heard that he's good. It didn't seem very good when I was using the uniform in game. So, you know, he's probably going to be the best uniform of the update here, because he does get a more substantial or noticeable boost in power level. But everyone else, I don't know. I'm just feeling a little let down with these uniforms, but let me know in the comments below. Do you feel the same way? Am I missing something with the uniforms here? Maybe they're actually really good, or are they really that dependent on their awakening skill? So is the awakening skill the main point of this? Which I guess, hey, they gave him a uniform. That's more than I can say for Elsa when she got her awakening skill, right? Which I was, again, very disappointed with, because Elsa, I really like that character. She's one of my favorite characters, just because I really, really like her kind of aesthetics. I've always liked vampire hunters. I always liked the supernatural. So Elsa, you know, I just really liked her. So when she got her awakening, I was like, oh, okay, she's probably going to get uniform, you know, shortly down the line, because they gave her an awakening skill. So I transcended her. I got her fully maxed out, and I've been waiting, and nope, no uniform yet. So yeah, I mean, at least America Chavez and Quasar got a uniform with their awakening skill, but again, it just looks like it's a cosmetic change, because the skills haven't really got much of an overhaul. Well, let's go see what her leadership is. Maybe she's going to be a good leadership character, but man, I'm just not impressed. I'm just so disappointed with these uniforms. Sorry if I'm being a little negative here. It's just I was really, really hoping for these characters to actually get a substantial buff, because, you know, I was pretty excited to play with these characters again, but I don't know, not so much now, since the uniform is not really going to be doing enough for them. All right, so 30% all attack, and then we have 6% dodge. She was a 25% leadership before, so she gets extra 5% all attack, and then she's got that dodge in there. So I mean, not bad. That's a pretty good leadership, so can't really knock that, but that's pretty much all you'll be using her for. So yeah, again, unless these awakening skills are like game-breakingly good, I don't think that any of them are going to, you know, be that useful, or going to be your go-to characters or anything. Even if you just like to pick up a character every once in a while just for fun, I don't think they're going to be doing enough damage for you to even just enjoy them that way. So I don't know. That's going to be sorry about that side, or that rant that I went in there at the end of the video here, but again, hopefully you enjoyed nonetheless, and I will catch you in the next video.